国家考试108年英语高频单字。
Abide. Ablative. Abnormal. Abolish. Aborigine. Abort. Absorb. Absorption. Abstinence. Abuse. Accelerate. Access. Accessible. Accession. Accidental. Acclaim. Accommodate. Accompany. Accomplish. Accomplished. Accumulate. Accuracy. Accurate. Accuse. Accusing. Accustom. Achieve. Achievement. Acknowledge. Acquaintance. Addict. Addiction. Adequate. Adhere. Adjust. Administration. Administrator. Admission. Admit. Admitted. Adopted. Adoption. Adorable. Advance. Advanced. Advantage. Adventure. Adversely. Adversity. Advertise. Advocate. Aerial. Aerobic. Affect. Affected. Affiliate. Afford. Aforementioned. Agency. Agenda. Aggregate. Aggressive. Aggressively. Agony. Agreement. Agriculture. Aim. Alarming. Alarmist. Alien. Alienation. Alleviate. Aloft. Alongside. Alphabetic. Alter. Alternative. Although. Altitude. Aluminum. Amateur. Amazing. Amazingly. Ambassador. Ambiguously. Ambivalence. Among. Amorphous. Amount. Analyze. Analysis. Analyze. Annal. Anniversary. Announce. Annoy. Annual. Anorexia. Antibody. Anticipate. Antipathy. Anxiety. Anxious. Appeal. Appealing. Appearance. Applicable. Application. Appreciate. Apprehension. Apprehensive. Approach. Appropriate. Approval. Approved. Aquatic. Arbitrary. Architectural. Architecture. Arena. Arise. Aristocratic. Arrest. Artificial. Artisan. Artist. Artistic. Aspect. Aspiration. Assault. Assertive. Assess. Assessment. Asset. Assistance. Assistant. Associate. Association. Associative. Assume. Assurance. Assured. Astonishing. Astonishment. Asynchrony. Athlete. Atmosphere. Atmospheric. Attach. Attempt. Attentively. Attitude. Attract. Attribute. Author. Authority. Authorized. Automate. Autonomous. Avert. Awareness. Axis. Backward. Backwash. Bacterial. Bald. Bane. Bankruptcy. Bargaining. Barn. Barrier. beard, beige, bellwether, beneficial, benefit, berg, betray, bewilderment, beyond, bias, bicentenary, bilaterally, bilingual, bilingualism, biodegradable, biodegrade, biological, biometric, bishop, blame, bleakest, bleed, blunder, blush, border, bond, bonnet, boom, boon, border, bound, boycott, brain power, breach, brick, briefly, brighter, brilliant, brokerage, brutal, buckle, buggy, bureaucratic, burgundy, burrow, burst, campaign, canal, candidate, capable, carnival, carve, catalog, catastrophe, category, cater, cautious, cease, celebrate, celebrity, Celsius, chalet, chaos, chap, characterize, cheat, chickenpox, chili, chirp, chopping, chore, chronic, chronobiology, circadian, cistern, site, claim, cliff, climate, climatic, climatological, clinical, clinician, coding, cobweb, coexistence, cognitive, coherent, cohort, coincidentally, collapse, collar, colleague, collide, colonialism, cum, combination, combine, combustion, comedian, comment, commerce, commit, commit, commodity, commonly, commonwealth, communicate, community, commute, comparison, compartment, compassionate, compel, compensate, compensation, competent, competitive, complication, complement, complementary, comply, component, composed, composition, comprehensive, compress, compression, compulsive, compulsively, conceal, concentrated, concentration, conception, concerned, conclude, conclusive, concrete, condemnation, condemned, condition, conduct, confess, confessed, confidence, confident, confidential, confine, confirmed, confiscation, conflict, conflicting, confrontation, congestion, conjectural, connected, connecting, connection, connectivity, conscious, consciously, conscript, consensus, consequence, consequently, conservatism, conserve, considerately, consideration, considered, consist, consistent, consistently, constant, constantly, constituent, constitutional, constrained, construct, construction, constructive, construe, consult, consume, consumption, contain, contamination, contemporarily, context, continental, continue, contractive, contrary, contrast, contribute, contribution, convene, conventional, conversation, conversely, convert, convey, coordinate, cope, coping, copyright, cordially, cornucopia, corporation, correlative, correspond, corrupt, cosmetic, cottage, countermeasure, counterpart, countryside, courteous, courteously, courtesy, coverage, coyote, crackers, crashing, craving, creed, creek, crest, crew, crime, criminal, cripple, crisis, critic, critical, criticism, crucial, crystallize, cure, current, currently, curve, customer, dampen, dawn, debate, debris, decade, decapitate, decay, deceased, deceive, decelerate, deceleration, decide, decision, decisive, declare, declension, decline, decorate, defeat, defect, defensively, define, definitely, definitional, degas, dehumanize, delegate, deliberation, delicate, delight, delighted, demand, democracy, democratic, demolish, demonstrate, denigrate, denote, denounce, densely, dentist, depict, deport, deposit, depressed, depression, deprive, descend, describe, description, desensitization, deserted, designation, desperate, despite, despondently, destroy, destruction, detect, deteriorate, determined, detrimental, devastate, device, devoted, diabetes, diagnosis, dialogue, dictate, diet, differentiate, differently, diffuse, digress, dilute, dioxide, diplomat, diplomatic, disadvantage, disappear, disappointed, disastrous, disbelieve, discard, discharge, discipline, disclose, disclosure, disconnect, discontented, discourse, discriminating, discrimination, discussion, disease, dishonesty, disillusion, disintegrate, dismantle, disorder, disparity, disposal, disrupt, disruption, dissipate, distasteful, distinction, distinctive, distinguish, distort, distraction, distress, distribute, distribution, distributor, district, disturb, ditch, diversify, divided, divorce, document, documentary, dogma, doldrums, domestic, dominance, dominant, dominate, domination, doom, doubt, doubtful, downside, downsize, downstream, dose, drain, dramatic, drawback, dread, drill, drop, dropout, drought, drove, do, duke, duration, dwarf, die, dysmorphic, ethnological, eclipse, economic, economy, edge, effective, effectively, efficiency, efficient, effort, elegant, elegantly, eliminate, elite, eloquently, embark, embarrass, embarrassing, embassy, embed, emblematic, embody, embrace, emeritus, emit, emphasize, enact, enclose, encounter, encourage, endanger, endorse, endure, enemy, energy, enforce, engage, engaging, engineering, enhance, enjoyment, enrich, ensnare, ensure, enterprise, entertainment, enticing, entire, entitle, entity, entrepreneur, entrust, enviable, environment, environmental, epidemic, episodic, equal, equation, equivalent, eradication, errand, escalate, escalation, escape, especially, essential, established, establishment, estimate, eternally, evacuate, evacuation, evade, evaluate, event, eventually, evidence, evolve, exact, exaggerate, exaggerated, examine, example, excel, excellence, excellent, exception, exceptionally, excessive, excited, excitement, exciting, exclude, exclusive, excrete, excursion, execution, executive, exemplify, exercise, exhausted, exhibit, exist, existence, existential, exotic, expand, expansive, expect, expectation, expense, expensive, experience, experienced, experiment, expert, explanation, explication, explicit, explode, exploit, exploitation, exploration, explosion, exponential, exposed, exposure, express, expression, extend, extended, extensive, extent, external, extinct, extradite, extreme, extremely, extrovert, fabric, facile, facility, factor, fade, failure, fairly, fake, familiar, familiarity, fantastic, fascinate, fatal, fault, favor, favorable, feasibility, feature, fertility, fibulae, fiction, field, figure, filial, financial, finally, fingerprint, firefighter, fireplace, firm, flappy, flaw, float, floating, flooding, fluent, foil, foiled, folk, forging, formulate, fortunate, fossil, fought, found, foundation, founder, fragment, frame, frequent, frequently, fresh, friction, frown, frozen, frustration, fundamental, further, furthermore, gainfully, galaxy, gamut, garner, gash, gasoline, gazebo, gear, gender, gene, generate, generation, generosity, generous, genetic, genius, gently, geographic, getaway, glamorous, gliding, glisten, globalization, gloomy, grab, grain, grammar, grammatical, grandeur, grant, gravity, grief, grime, grumpy, guarantee, guardian, guidance, guideway, gulf, gut, gym, habitat, habitually, harassment, harmonize, harness, harsh, hall, hazard, healthcare, hedge, hedonic, heed, hegira, hidden, hereditary, heritage, hesitation, hijacker, hill, hire, hostility, huddle, hull, humanity, husbandry, hypermarket, hypothesize, hysterically, iconic, identical, identification, identifier, identify, identity, idiomatic, ignorant, ignore, illegal, illustrate, immediate, immediately, immigrant, immigration, immune, immunotherapy, impact, impairment, impatient, imperfection, imperial, implement, implementation, imply, impose, imposing, impossible, impregnable, impression, impressionism, impressionist, improve, improvise, inability, inappropriate, inaugural, inbound, inbreeding, incense, incidence, incident, incidental, insight, inclination, incompetence, incompetent, incomplete, incomprehensible, incorrectly, increase, increasingly, incredible, incredibly, incubation, incur, indeed, independent, independently, indicate, indicator, indifference, indifferent, indirect, individual, individually, induce, industrial, industry, ineffective, inefficient, inequality, infer, inflate, inflexible, influence, influential, influenza, inform, informal, information, informative, infrared, infrastructure, inherent, inhibitor, initial, initially, inject, injection, injured, injury, innocent, innovate, innovation, innovative, inscription, insecticide, insecure, insignificant, insinuation, insomnia, inspection, inspire, inspired, instance, instantly, instead, institute, institution, instruct, instruction, instrument, insult, insurance, intake, integrity, intellect, intelligence, intelligent, intend, intended, intensify, intensity, intensively, intent, intention, interaction, intercept, intercity, interestingly, interior, intermediate, intern, internal, interpersonal, interpol, interpret, interrogate, intersect, interstellar, interval, intervention, intimidate, introduce, introduction, introductory, introvert, invasion, invent, invention, invest, investigate, invisible, invisibly, inviting, involve, ironic, irreplaceable, irrespective, irritability, irritated, Islamic, isolationist, journal, journalist, journey, jubilant, judgmental, judicial, jumbo, juvenile, keen, laboratory, labored, laboring, lack, lag, laid, landscape, language, laptop, laryngitis, lawn, lawsuit, layer, league, leaning, leap, legal, legislation, legislative, lethargy, levitation, lexicon, liable, lifespan, likelihood, lilac, linguistic, linguistically, linkage, literacy, lithograph, livestock, loneliness, longevity, loose, loyalty, lucidity, lure, luxury, machine, macroscopic, maddeningly, magic, magical, maglev, magnet, magnificent, maiden, maintain, maintenance, majority, malaria, malfunction, malicious, manifested, manipulative, manufacturer, margin, marine, maroon, marriage, marvel, marvelous, mason, mass, massive, master, materialism, measles, measure, measuring, mechanical, mechanism, metal, medication, medicine, meditate, meditation, meditative, melanoma, melt, memorize, memory, meningitis, mental, mentioned, merchant, merely, merit, messy, metabolism, metaphor, methane, method, methodology, metric, microplastic, microscope, microscopic, migrant, migrate, migration, migratory, minimal, minimize, minimum, mining, minority, miscommunication, miserable, misery, misguided, misinterpretation, mistreatment, moderate, moderation, modernity, modify, mold, molecule, moment, monitor, monopoly, moonlighting, morality, morphology, mortality, mortgage, mosque, mosquito, motion, motivate, motive, moodbrick, multicultural, mump, mundane, musk, mutate, mutual, mysterious, mysteriously, mystery, myth, naive, nanometer, nanotechnology, narrative, narrow, navigate, neat, negative, negatively, neglect, negotiable, negotiate, negotiation, nephew, neurological, neuron, neutralize, nevertheless, newsstand, nicely, night shift, nocturnal, non-reader, nonsense, non-white, noose, nostalgically, notable, notably, notify, notion, novelette, nuclear, number, numerous, nursery, nurture, nutritional, obedience, obedient, obesity, obit, obligate, oblige, oblivious, observe, observing, obsession, obsessive, obstacle, obstruction, obvious, obviously, occasional, occupant, occur, occur, occurrence, odd, oncological, oncology, onward, operatic, opportunity, oppress, optimism, optimistic, orbit, orbital, orchard, orchestra, orchid, ordinary, organic, organism, organization, organize, orient, origin, original, outback, outcome, outcrop, outstrip, outweigh, overcome, overeat, overestimate, overhead, overlook, overseas, overshadow, overt, overtake, overuse, overview, overweight, owing, oxen, oxygen, pace, pacify, packaging, palace, palm, pamphlet, panel, panic, paperback, paragraph, paramount, parliament, partial, partially, participant, particular, particularly, passionately, passive, passively, patch, patent, path, patient, patiently, patriotism, patrol, pattern, penalty, penchant, penetrate, peninsula, pension, perceive, perception, perfection, perfectionist, perfectly, perform, period, periodical, permafrost, permanence, permanent, permanently, permit, permit, persecution, perspective, persuade, persuasion, persuasively, pertinent, pessimism, pessimistic, pest, petroleum, phase, phenomenon, photosynthesis, phrase, physical, physically, physiology, picky, piety, pineapple, plague, plain, plateau, plating, pleading, plenty, plow, plumber, plunge, poliomyelitis, polyphonic, popularity, populate, populist, populace, pour, portal, portion, portray, position, positive, positively, possess, possession, possibility, possibly, postulate, potent, potential, potentially, poverty, practice, predator, predecessor, predict, prediction, preference, prefix, prehistoric, premature, preoccupy, preparatory, prepare, prepared, prerequisite, presence, present, preservation, preserve, president, pressure, presumably, prevailing, prevalence, prevent, preventative, prevention, previous, previously, prey, primarily, principle, prison, privacy, procedure, proceed, process, processor, proclaim, produce, product, production, productive, professional, professor, profoundly, program, progress, prohibit, prolong, promptly, pronoun, propel, properly, property, propose, prospect, prosper, prosperous, prototype, proud, prove, proven, provide, provided, province, provisionally, psychological, psychologist, publisher, punch, punctual, punishment, purchase, purpose, pushing, quality, quantify, quilt, choir, quit, quite, quo, quotation, radiate, radiation, radically, rag, rage, rainfall, raise, ran, random, rank, ransom, rare, rate, rather, ratify, ratio, rationale, rattlesnake, razor, realm, rebound, received, receiving, recent, recently, receptionist, receptive, recess, recession, reciprocal, reckoning, reclusive, recognition, recognizable, recognize, recommend, recommendation, reconciliation, recruit, recruiting, recurrence, redress, reduction, reduplicate, refer, reference, refer, reflect, reflection, reform, reformed, refugee, refuse, regard, regardless, regime, regimen, region, regional, register, regret, regrettably, regular, regulate, rehabilitate, rain, rain, reinforce, rejoice, release, relentless, relevant, reliable, reliably, reliant, relieve, religion, relish, reluctant, rely, remain, remark, remedy, reminisce, remorseless, removal, remove, renaissance, rendering, renewable, repatriate, repel, repetitive, represent, republic, reputation, required, requirement, resentment, reserve, reside, residence, resident, resignation, resigned, resistance, resolution, resolve, resolved, resource, respect, respectively, respond, response, responsibility, responsible, restless, restore, resume, resurrect, retain, retarded, retired, retirement, retreat, retrieve, retroaction, retrospect, retroversion, reunite, reuptake, reveal, reverence, reverse, review, revise, revoke, revolution, revolutionize, rhythm, rhythmicity, richness, rid, rigid, ring, riot, risk, risky, ritual, rivet, robot, rodent, roll, rolling, roughly, root, routinely, rubber, rude, rudimentary, rue, ruin, rumination, rural, rust, rustic, ruthless, safeguard, sailing, salespeople, salvage, sanction, sandstone, sanitation, sank, sarcastic, sarcastically, satisfaction, satisfactory, scale, scan, scandal, scanning, scarcely, scared, scariness, scarlet, scenario, scene, scenery, skeptic, scheme, school, science, scientist, scope, score, scratch, screen, script, scroll, sculpture, scuttle, section, sedentary, seduce, seemingly, seep, segment, semantic, sensation, sense, sensitive, censor, sentiment, separate, separation, sear, serious, seriously, serotonin, serval, settle, severe, severely, severity, sewer, sexual, shade, shaw, shelter, shield, shipwreck, shiver, shod, shortage, shortcut, shorten, shorthand, showcase, shrewd, shrink, shrinkage, shrinking, shrug, shudder, sickness, significance, significant, significantly, simultaneously, sink, sinking, sip, skeptical, skillfully, skydiving, slavery, sleek, slum, smarter, smooth, smother, smuggle, snobbery, snooty, sore, solar, soul, solidarity, solitary, soot, sophisticated, sophomore, souvenir, sovereignty, sow, spaciously, span, spark, specialize, specific, specifically, spectator, speculate, speeding, spiritual, splendor, spotting, sprawl, spread, spur, square, stable, stalemate, staring, starkly, starting, starve, stated, statehood, statement, statistically, status, stealth, steer, step, stick, stiff, stimulate, stonemason, storage, storeroom, storyline, strained, strand, strategy, straw, strengthen, stretch, strict, strike, striking, strong, stronger, strongest, strongly, struck, structural, structure, subjunctive, subordinate, subsequent, subsidy, subsume, subtle, successor, suffer, sufferer, suffering, sufficient, sufficiently, suicide, suitable, sulfur, summon, superfluous, supervise, supplementary, supply, support, supposed, suppressed, surcharge, serve, surface, surgery, surpass, surprise, surrender, surround, surrounding, survey, survival, susceptible, suspect, suspender, sustained, swept, swing, syllabus, symbolic, sympathetic, symphonic, symptom, synchrony, synthetic, tablet, tailor, tailored, taint, talkative, tangible, tantamount, tariff, task, tease, technology, tedious, temporal, temporarily, tempting, tend, tendency, tendinitis, tension, tentative, tentatively, tenuous, tepid, term, territory, theological, theory, therapy, thermal, thoroughly, though, thought, threat, threaten, thrive, throughout, thunder, thus, tidy, tiny, tissue, tithe, tolerance, tolerate, toll, tomb, tone, tooling, torn, torture, toss, tourism, toxic, toxicity, toxin, track, trackless, traditional, traditionally, traffic, tragedy, tragic, trait, transfer, transform, transformation, transit, transition, translate, transparent, transport, transportation, trap, traumatic, trawl, treat, treatment, tremendous, trend, trespass, trial, tribe, trick, trickle, tricky, trigger, trivial, troop, trustee, tsunami, tumble, tumor, tumorous, twain, ubiquitous, ugliness, ultimate, ultimately, unambiguous, unassuming, unavailability, unbearable, unconquerable, unconscious, uncovered, underestimate, undergo, undergone, underlying, understand, understandable, understanding, undertook, undiscovered, uneducated, unemployed, unequally, unexpected, unfailing, unfavorable, unfortunately, unimpressive, union, unique, unlawfully, unnoticeable, unrealistically, unreasonably, untidy, upheaval, urban, urge, utensil, utility, vain, valid, vapor, variation, various, vary, vaunted, villa, vehicle, venture, verge, verifiable, verify, versus, vessel, viable, viciously, victim, victorious, vigorously, violate, violator, violence, violently, viral, virtual, virtue, virtuous, virus, viruses induced, visibly strangled, visual, vital, vocal, volume, voluntarily, volunteer, voyage, where, webbing, widely, wise, wisest, withdraw, wither, withhold, withstand, withstood, witness, woodblock, worldwide, worthwhile, wrap, wreck, wreckage, wrist, yield,